In the deep heart of the sea, where moonlight kisses the waves, lived a mermaid named Marena. Her tail shimmered like molten silver, and her eyes glowed with the secrets of 1,000 tides. One night, a fisherman, weary and desperate, cast his net too deep and pulled out a glowing pearl. It was no ordinary treasure. It was the tear of Olokun, goddess of the sea. The waves began to rise, and from their heart, Marena appeared floating above the storm, her hair swirling like the sea itself. The waves bowed before her. Marena's voice echoed like thunder across the sea.
Return what is not yours!
She warned, but the man, trembling, clutched the pearl tighter. Then lightning split the sky, and the waters swallowed his boat whole. When the storm passed, only calm remained.
You dey fear say your African folktale go flop like person wey tie wrapper carry gun. Chill. African folktale no dey punish person wey sabi follow step. And today, I go show you how to run am like a pro from scratch. See, big African folktale creators like Nez Folktales, African Tales by Chinel, African Tales by Chi, African Echoes by NK, and many others. Them no get two heads, oh. If they can make it, you too can. These creators, they serve hot African stories full of creativity, culture, and vibes. No magic involved, just skill and consistency. Welcome back to Learn with Emnet. Big love to my returning viewers. Una be the real MVPs. And if you're new here, welcome to the crew. If you've been struggling to come up with story ideas, generate visuals, or make your African folktale videos pop, relax, you're in the right place. Today, I show you step by step how to go from zero to hero, from story ideas and script writing to AI prompts, visuals, animation, and lip sync. And the best part, everything I use is free. Plus, I'll share secret AI tools and creative hacks that will make your storytelling shine brighter than a full moon village night. If that sounds good to you, come inside. Let's turn your African folktale dreams into viral gold. Before we jump in, let's check out a sneak peek of the amazing African folktale we're about to bring to life. Get story ideas. There are many ways to come up with story ideas through imagination, inspiration, dreams, or even an image or thumbnail. You can upload an image or thumbnail to ChatGPT and ask it to generate several story prompt ideas from it. Other great sources include events happening around you, things you've experienced, online story articles, or social media trends.
Let me share a little secret with you. The world is wide, and every single day something interesting happens somewhere. Sometimes, two or more people might be chatting by the roadside, around your neighborhood, or even at your workplace about an interesting event or experience. Just listen quietly, catch the context, and before you know it, that tiny moment could spark a brand new story idea, waiting for you to bring it to life.
As an African folktale creator, you must always stay alert and observant because inspiration can show up right at your doorstep at any time. Generate script for your story. Now that you have your story idea, it's time to develop it into a full story. You can write down your idea and ask your AI assistant like ChatGPT to help you turn it into a story. But for this demo, I will show you an optimized way to generate a rich and engaging story that gives you the best results. First, open your browser and search for any AI assistant of your choice, ChatGPT, Google Gemini, Claude, etc. For this tutorial, we'll use ChatGPT. open a new chat and introduce yourself briefly. It's not always required, but when starting a story, it helps the AI understand your context. For example, "Hi, my name is Emnet. I run an African folktale channel on YouTube and other social media platforms where I share original and traditional African stories." With that short introduction, your AI assistant now understands who you are and what you do, meaning its future responses will be more tailored and accurate. Next, share your goal with it. Paste this prompt. "You are a highly skilled AI prompt engineer and creative story designer. I'll share a story idea and a specific goal. Your task is to craft the most professional, detailed, and well-structured prompt possible. One that ensures the output is a high-quality, immersive African folktale with modern settings, cultural depth, and emotional storytelling."
After you paste this, the AI will ask you to share your story idea or concept plus your goal. Then paste your next prompt, which includes your story idea and prompt instructions. This step tells the AI to turn your idea into a strong and detailed story generation prompt that can be used to create a complete narrative later. Don't just drop your raw idea. Let the AI optimize it for better results. AI understands AI. Sample prompt shared with AI. Task: convert the following story idea and prompt instruction into a single, detailed, and professional story generation prompt that can be used to create a complete narrative later. Story idea: a beautiful and successful young woman named Oma thrives in every area of her life. She has many friends. Prompt instruction plus hook: generate a deeply engaging African folktale of at least 750 words inspired by the story idea above. The story should be culturally rich, immersive, and filled with intrigue and suspense. Note: always include your character names. If you don't want generic ones, specify them. If you prefer a modern, urban, or village setting, include the country and location in your prompt. Word to time tip: 750 words, approximately 5 minutes. Want longer stories? 5,000 to 10,000 words. Check the pinned comment for the playlist link on African folktale creation. Now, ChatGPT has generated the full story prompt I'll be using to create the complete African folktale. As you can see, the prompt includes everything: the story concept, narrative requirements like the setting, tone, and style, plus how the story should begin with a powerful hook. It even reminds the AI to develop the characters properly and keep the emotions alive throughout the story. So, the next step is simple. I'll copy this full prompt, open a new chat in ChatGPT, paste it in, and let it generate the complete story for me. And here we have it, the full story, beautifully written and ready to bring to life. Once the AI generates the story, read it carefully. Make your edits or adjustments. For example, "I love the tone and style used in this story, but I don't like the first paragraph." You can ask the AI to refine it, and you end up with a more polished story. For your hook, if your story already has one, perfect. If not, use the most interesting part of your story as an animated visual to grab attention and keep viewers watching until the end. Now that your story is ready, it's time to generate the voiceover. Everyone has their own process, but what matters most is that the final output sounds engaging and professional. You can record using your own voice if you have the right equipment, or use text-to-speech tools like 11 Labs, Google Native Speech, Love Voice, Clipchamp, and more. For this demo, we'll use Google Gemini Native Speech. Copy your story into ChatGPT along with this prompt. Prepare the script for voiceover using Google Gemini's native speech generation. The narrator should tell the story clearly and describe actions. Include subtle personality shifts in tone and pitch for different characters. Use a female voice, Leda, with a Nigerian accent. Incorporate Google SSML voice tags when necessary, but keep them minimal to avoid cutoffs. Do not add emojis or alter the original script text.
If your story includes native names, ask ChatGPT to add phoneme tags or phonetic spellings for correct pronunciation to ensure your narrator can perform character dialogue smoothly using SSML voice tags. Formatted script ready for voiceover. Go to Google AI Studio, select your voice, paste your script and style instructions, and generate your voiceover. If your script is long, paste it section by section to avoid cutoffs. Regenerate if you don't like the first version. It's part of the process.
The moment Oma stepped out of her car, she felt it. A chill she could not explain. Lagos at night was chaos with a rhythm of its own, honking cars, shouting vendors, and street music that made you want to dance or run. Oma laughed at Ethan's clumsy attempt to dodge a flying roasted plantain.
Setting up visuals. Paste this prompt into ChatGPT. From the following story, identify all main and supporting characters. For each character, write their details in a text prompt format suitable for text-to-image generation. Include name, gender, age, physical appearance, skin tone, hairstyle or color, facial features, clothing, accessories, or etc. Here's the list of character prompts. If you don't want generic designs, get inspiration from Pinterest. Sign up with your Google account and you can find styles like hairstyles, fashion, accessories, head wraps, Ankara trends, living rooms, studio setups, and more. To download an image, click to open it, then right-click and select Save As. Now that you have your reference image, you can upload it to ChatGPT to describe and turn it to a text prompt, or upload it to an image generation platform like Leonardo AI to get a ready-made description. But for this demo, we will use imageprompt.org. Select Image to Prompt, upload your image and click Generate. You'll get a detailed prompt for that image. You can edit it or paste it back into ChatGPT to refine it for your main character. That's how to create a rich character description using a reference image. Generate scene prompts. Next, you will need to break down your story scene by scene. Use this prompt. Break the story into paragraphs in chronological order. For each paragraph, identify all characters present and their interactions. Generate up to 4 text-to-image prompts, capturing key visuals, angles, and actions. Generate matching sound prompt reflecting mood, suspense, settings, and actions. This helps ChatGPT structure your story visually, identifying who is acting, reacting, and where each scene takes place. It also prevents repetitive visuals, like one static image showing for too long. After that, paste these prompts. Convert all scenes into image prompts, optimized for direct use in image generation platforms, ensuring character descriptions remain enclosed in brackets each time they appear within a scene. Visual generation. Here comes the most exciting part, visual generation. When it comes to African folktales, visuals are everything. A good story is great, but beautiful visuals are what make viewers stick around. Your images should make people lean forward and whisper, "Wait, how did they even make these pictures?" Hey! A strong story plus stunning visuals is basically a recipe for viewers glued to the screen. I will show you how to generate your visuals or images easily. You can generate all the images you need first and then bring them into your editing app later. For me, that method is a bit tricky because you might miss a visual for a particular scene, and by the time you realize it during editing, ChatGPT or other AI platforms might have moved on.
I prefer generating images scene by scene, animate them, add lip sync, and then bring them into the editing app while making sure everything aligns with the voiceover. After that, I move on to the next scene, repeat the process, and continue until the story is complete. This workflow helps me easily fix mistakes or add visuals that might have been missed earlier, making the whole process smooth and efficient. There are many image generation platforms you can use, such as Bing, Copilot, Leonardo AI, Microsoft Designer, Dreamina AI, Midjourney, Meta AI, PicLumen, Kling AI, and more. But for this demo, I will show you how to generate consistent images using Whisk AI and one other image generation platform. First, Google Whisk AI and sign up with your Google account. In Whisk, set your aspect ratio and make sure the precise reference, the banana icon, is turned on to maintain consistency. To generate images using text, just paste your prompt and hit generate. Here's the image Whisk AI generated. To use a reference image, click Add Images to activate the scene box, or use the side arrow. You can either upload an image or use the Enter Text option to generate an image using text prompts. Click the plus icon to add more scenes. For this demo, I will upload a reference image. Click Upload Image, allow it to analyze, paste your prompt, and hit Generate. But I won't use a prompt. I'll just hit Generate and see what Whisk AI gives us. Here the images it generated, very clean and consistent. Next, let's place this lady into another scene with a male character. I'll drag her image into the scene box and use Enter Text to generate the male character. Now we have two base characters. Make sure they are both selected by checking the circle boxes. Then, enter the action or scene prompt and hit Generate. Look at the result. Beautiful, consistent, and it maintains the faces, outfits, and general look of the characters. You can even animate here, but for this demo, we'll use another platform. These are not the actual story characters. This is just an example. This is exactly the same process I use to generate images for my stories. Here's a collection of the images I used for my story. This particular setting is a modern one, and the images look absolutely stunning. Now, for these characters, I want to place them in another scene and change their outfits. All I need to do is click Refine, paste in my scene or action prompt, and hit Generate, and I get this beautiful image. Always regenerate if you don't like the first result. With Whisk AI, detailed character descriptions aren't always necessary since you already have your base images. You can just place the characters into each scene where they appear. Image generation is now much easier, and the best part, it's free for now. This is a big win for African folktale creators. Thanks, Google. Using another platform, Bing AI and Cinematic Tip. Let's move to another platform where we can also generate images. But first, I'll get the character description. I'll upload the image I generated in Whisk AI into ChatGPT and ask it to describe the image and turn it into a prompt for Bing. Make sure to add render qualities like ultra-realistic, 8K resolution, sharp focus, etc. Tip about cinematic. The word cinematic is real. It means movie-like, with dramatic framing, lighting, and mood. But here's the tricky part. Many AI image generators interpret it as dark, moody, or high contrast, even when your scene is supposed to be bright and cheerful. So use it carefully. If you want bright, colorful visuals for your African folktale, avoid using cinematic or add extra details in your prompt to clarify the lighting and mood. Think of it like giving directions to a film director. Give me the drama, but don't make it too dark. Bing AI now supports both GPT-40 and DALL-E for image generation. The default image size used to be 1:1, but now you can generate 7:4 landscape.
Keep your prompt short because Bing has a text limit. The idea is to first generate your base image, then place your characters in the scenes where they appear. Here are the images DALL-E generated. They look more artistic and painterly, while Whisk and GPT-40 are more realistic. Now let's start placing her in the scenes where she appears. Click on Edit Image, select the image by checking the circle box, paste your prompt, and hit Recreate. To download, click on the image and select Download. If you don't see that option, right-click the image and select Save Image As to save it to your device.
For now, you can only use GPT-40 to edit images, even if they were created with DALL-E. The result looks amazing. You can even generate your images here using DALL-E and then take them to Whisk AI for refinement. I placed her in another scene, changed her outfit, and the image looks stunning. I even added a male character to her scene, and everything looks beautiful and consistent. Align visuals with voiceover. For example, in my story, first scene, a lady steps out of her car.
The moment Oma stepped out of her car, she felt it. A chill she could not explain.
Generate, animate, and bring it into the editing app. Second scene, city visuals.
Lagos at night was chaos with a rhythm of its own.
Generate, animate, align with voiceover. Third scene, lead character and fiancé having a nice time.
Oma laughed at Ethan's clumsy attempt to dodge a flying roasted plantain.
Same process. I animated all scenes and added lip sync for dialogue.
Ethan, I'm worried about Oma. She seems distant, busy. Sometimes she laughs at other men's jokes a little too much.
The story is short and simple, but for longer stories, up to 30 minutes, 1 hour, you can animate the first 1 to 2 minutes to hook viewers. If possible, animate throughout. It works for modern, village, or ancient settings. Animating and lip-syncing video. Head over to Grok AI and sign up with Gmail. Previously, only mobile could animate images, but now it works on web or laptop any device. Other platforms include Video AI, Gemini AI, Kling AI, Pixverse AI. Pixverse also supports lip sync. For this demo, 1. Click Imagine, then attach your image. Once uploaded, ignore automatic animation. 2. Paste your prompt with dialogue and hit play. Grok AI is a game changer. Clean visuals, perfect lip sync.
I care about you. I just don't want you to be hurt. I care about you. I just don't want you to be hurt.
Now you know how to create an African folktale, animate it, and even lip sync. I hope you got a ton of value from this video. If you did, give it a like, share it with other creators, and drop a comment if you have questions or need the prompt pack. I'm always happy to help. Stay tuned, because in the next videos, I'll show you other platforms for image generation, more creative hacks, and juicy tips to take your African folktales to the next level. Check the pinned comment for related videos, and make sure to stay connected for more tutorials. Until next time, keep shining, keep creating, and keep growing.